The Crush is a 1993 thriller film. It is one of part of my favorite subgenre of stalker movies. I absolutely had a stalker phase in film school. I wanted to watch like every single stalker movie from the 90s and the 80s and the early 2000s. Kind of fell off after the 2000s because those ones aren't very good. But this one is about Nick. He is a journalist who writes really good articles and he wants quiet, so he rents a guest house behind this rich family, and they have a 14-year-old daughter named Adrian, and she starts not flirting with Nick, but she starts hanging around him, and he kind of treats her like a little sister. However, she starts putting the moves on him, and he keeps, making weird comments like, if only you were older and stuff like that. So he doesn't really push her away or tell her to F off as he should. An adult who's 28 should definitely tell someone who's half his age to go away when she starts hanging around him too much. But if that happened, there would be a movie. Anyways, Adrian ends up becoming more and more sadistic. She, does stuff to his property, starts breaking into his house and messing with his work files. And it becomes unbearable to the point where he tries to ignore her, so she starts hurting people just to get his attention. And, she's clearly not all there, being 14, but also being a pretty smart, addictive person, maybe done this to other people before. We go through all the usual, plot things, but I think the biggest thing is that the ending is really overblown. It takes place in an attic, and she keeps like attacking him with a broomstick, and a 14-year-old girl with a stick against a grown man, it really shouldn't be much of a fight. But they bring in some other elements, and I just feel like the ending's a little bit on the lazy side because she goes from like being a master manipulator to just losing her shit and just like attacking him with stuff, and it just totally makes her out to be a psycho when he should work to like prove it. Because I was kind of like wondering, like, what's he going to do to like defeat her, like in the eyes of the public, because he's hurt and lost his, his reputation and stuff, and she's gunning for him physically and mentally and emotionally. But overall, The Crush is just like an okay thriller. Ending kind of just went really simplistic on us, but apparently this was based off of a real story from the writer-director. He had to change the name of the main character to Adrian from was it Darian? Yeah, or something like that. So I give The Crush a 5 out of 10. I only watched it for Alicia Silverstone's debut, and I like Carrie Elwes, so 5 out of 10.